So you just bring your own water.
Ngày hôm nay, I want to speak English because Jennifer and I is very fluent in English. So one of the things that all of this is done under you, and the whole community is indebted with everything that you're doing your relationship to the community with it. You represent us very well. One of the things I think we really, besides being appreciative as anything else, is we have to set our relationship with City of Garland for the next years to come, to continue our relationship, to strengthen this relationship, to grow it. What are we doing besides the sponsors that I saw recognition yesterday that has sponsor behind this? That's all you're doing as well with it, and you are the catalyst to bring all this together. What other deficient do you feel that we need to bring more of us together, especially after a COVID session, to bring people together like this?
Thank you for your very kind introduction and kind words about my work. As a community volunteer, I call myself a community activist. We would like for our people, for Asian Americans, we need to work together and bring our voice together as one. We are under one nation. It doesn't matter your belief and your differences, regardless of your race, the color of your skin, as long as your blood is still red. We are still human beings. In order for us to get the city, Dallas County, and the state to buy in and support us and give us the opportunity to host such a wonderful event, we need to be more vocal. One of me is not going to make it. We need to work like chopstick. We need to work in pairs or whole bunch. If one chopstick, we can break it easy. Two chopsticks, maybe. But if you put a whole bunch of chopsticks together, meaning we all working together under one voice, one belief, one mission, one vision, then we are unforgettable, unbreakable team. What I would like to ask the Asian American and especially the Vietnamese American, we have done so much. Our family are okay now, and our children, the next generation, are doing so well in every part of life. Just do not step back. We need to keep on pushing them and step up and give them the courage, give them the love, encouragement, and ask them to get involved, stay connected, because they are the ones that carry our tradition, our heritage. They will representing our country, and they are the only solution right now. So what I'm asking for the media is please help us. The government, local government, state, federal government is only one step away. We must work as united, one voice first. Sometimes I don't ask you to like me. I don't care if you like me.
I love you. Go ahead, Jennifer.
I know what I'm talking about is that it doesn't matter you like me or not. Please work with us. There's no I, it's we. We are only one team, so please help me. We need all the media to help us to achieve our goal and mission because we have a long way to go. Thank you.
One of the things, I think this is a kind word from really humble words from great leadership. I've talked to many leadership before, and your words are very, very, very kind and gentle for leadership. Great leaderships like Go Jennifer Wing. I have a lot to learn. I think the youth have a lot to learn. I think one of the things that we need is a mentoring program to leave this legacy behind, and like Chú Tường as well. You've done so much for the Garland community. This is just probably a drop in the bucket with it. You really unite us. There are thousands of people out here today. Look around. This is all you're doing with it as well. You really united us. Thank you for everything you've done.
Thank you for your time today, and please continue to do your best to bring out your voice. You are representing us Asian American very well. We deeply appreciate your work, your hard work, and VAE Life. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Come on. All right, we're back here on live. This time I have Vince Griffin. He's running for Constable for the District 2 with it as well. One of the things, this is huge, that how diverse our population has become.
Yes.
And it's becoming, of course, we all have in common is English out here with it. But I see a lot of folks are coming out here with the youth, with the young ones coming out here to do community service.
Yes.
How are we as Garland working to bring youth involved into the community more?
Yeah, well, Garland is probably one of the biggest diverse cities in the entire United States. I mean, we have all cultures, all diversities in this city. And so getting youth involved in sports, that's where it starts. Of course, everything starts at home first, with God, family, and then, of course, getting them together. So just getting the youth together in sports, bringing them together, teaching them what team means, to everybody achieves more, is just a beautiful thing. And to see this is just absolutely wonderful.
So we have about 15 teams all the way around, 15 states,
Right.
32 teams coming here to see Garland. We put Garland on the map, literally did after today with it. And one of the things we see a lot of good support, constables, city councilmen, mayors coming out with it. It shows a lot of unity.
Yes.
That's what this is with it. And after post-COVID, we see a lot of, this is for some, a lot of people,
Everybody's
first time
excited
coming out from the house with it,
coming
without
out.
a mask,
Without
right?
a mask.
Without a mask. We can see your face, you have
Yes.
ears and all that stuff with it. So I think one of the things, what is, as a constable, and with the current climate right now, with all the Asian hate crime that's out there right now, how does the city protecting the Asian American community, raising awareness to stomp out the Asian hate crime things are in the community? What message will you say to them?
Well, as a constable, basically, we want to make sure that, because we are law enforcement, we want to put the community first. And we want to make sure that everybody know that law enforcement is their friend, because of all the things that we've had in the past with media and things that happen. So it's just basically getting out, making people aware law enforcement is your friend, like the officers out here today, like the chief of police said. If you see an officer, you need something, go to them. Don't be afraid to go to an officer that you see in uniform, because we are your friends. And trying to bring everybody together in unity is number one.
There's a couple of Vietnamese police officers which I interview today, not just them, but seeing the city police out here, very approachable. I approached your captain, the chief out here, very approachable, very down-to-earth people. They're integrated, woven into the community. Events like this gives us an opportunity to really come close and to have an opportunity to talk, because ordinarily, if I walk up to you in Walmart, you probably arrest me, right? So.
No. Actually, when you see an officer in uniform, unity is number one. Officers will talk and speak with you. People have that perception, but officers we go to training, to be diverse with the community. And so if you see an officer, it's okay to say good morning, hello. We're human, we just have a job to do, and we have to stay neutral in a lot of situations because we're the neutralizer. And so when you see an officer in uniform or out of uniform and you want to talk to them, it's okay to say good morning, good evening, how you doing, officer? We thank you for your service. And I'm that guy. People see my smile for some reason, and every time I'm out in uniform, I always get hugs and people want to, communicate and ask questions that they've never been able to ask the police officer. So unity is what it's all about. So don't be afraid to talk to your officer,
So
We're
human as well. So they put their pants on like we do every morning with it.
Absolutely.
And if you see a police officer or in the future, come by, and events like this is a wonderful way how to
Absolutely.
come out and meet police officers and all that. So a lot of the youth are having a lot of concerns with that as well.
Absolutely.
As well.
Yeah.
Wonderful. Thank you very much, Vince, and thank you for having a little chit chat with me.
Thank you.
I appreciate
It was a
it.
pleasure.
Thank you. Okay. So I have here 3 ladies out here. One of the things I think my biggest overwhelming that I see when we have youth coming out on a Saturday morning, getting dressed up and coming out here to do community service, like things like this, just really, really brings heart to the community with it. But one of the things that what would you tell the girls about your age? One, to wear a crown, a tiara. What would you tell them getting into a pageant? What message do you want? First of all, tell me how old you are and what's your name, how old you are, what you represent in your banner. What do you represent? Okay, so let's start with that first.
Okay, so hi, my name is Rose, and I'm 12 years old, and I'm representing Miss Preteen Lao.
My name is Iris, and I'm 9 years old, and I'm representing I forgot.
It's okay. It's okay. I'm Gabriella, and I'm 15, and I'm representing Miss Indonesia.
Okay. First of all, I want to say is that y'all's name is really easy to pronounce. I was expecting something, the whole alphabet, right? With that as well. All the girls with it. So, what would you tell the girls about your age if they want to get into this pageant industry? What message do you want to tell them if you're going to start with?
Most importantly, just like, it's not really a competition, it's just making new friends, really. And if you do get the crown and sash, show it off. Like, inspire other people to be like, oh, I want to be like you. Like,
So usually it's kind of like awkward and like embarrassed because you're kind of shy. It's like it's front of people. It's like people are like looking at you sometimes.
Usually pageants are most like not really to compete with anyone, just to be friends, just make yourself confident, and when you don't really have the confidence, just try to be yourself, and when you have a stash, just be be out there.
Well, you guys do a wonderful job. I'll tell you this. I mean, just seeing you guys coming out here on a Saturday morning. I mean, I would have slept in. I don't know about you guys, but I would have slept in, and I would, never go. What, Saturday morning community service? No. But thank you for getting out here. One of the things that I think you really represent us very well in the community with it. And I think I hope you continue in the future to be in more pageants, because all three are beautiful with that as well. Beautiful in here, beautiful up here as well. All right, so do continue what you do with that as well. Thank you. In English anyway.
Sure, yeah.
Am I good?
Yeah.
So I have Officer Ty here, and we're here at the recruiting table for Vietnamese, and we need more Asian American to come in to represent in the community. I assume because of the language barrier,
Yes, sir.
but more representation, the better we have with it. What message would you like to tell youth, or how police academy, or what is the qualification, that type of stuff? How are we getting the word out that there is, because right now one of the things is that there's a huge separation in the community between citizens and police officers.
Yes, sir. Yes.
And the culture that actually, how do we erase that and become one united community?
Well, I'll tell you what, that's what we are hoping to have, is have one unity, one group, one community. And the Dallas Police Department, we are working very hard right now to build trust within the community. As you said, there's a separation, there's a lot of misunderstanding. So our goal is to be out here and show our presence in the community. And yes, we do need a lot more police officers. We need more Asians. Back when I started in 1985, there's only like 3 or 4 Asian officers. Now we have up to 89 officers, Asian officers. But that's not enough. We have a large Asian community in Dallas. So we need a whole lot more Asian officers. The qualification is you have to be 21 years old, have 45 hours of college, and have a clean background. And the academy is about 8 months long. And the recruits will learn a lot about police work, and we want the officers to be having good ethics, and to be out here represent the Dallas Police Department and be liaison between the community and the police department.
Thank you. I think that really says it all in recruiting the youth coming in right now. But one of my biggest concern when I was growing up is if I came home, I told my mom and dad that I want to go to a police academy. The first thing is, you want to be killed? You want to be shot at? Is that still the mentality? Because right now, of course, there's always danger to any job with it. But how do we break that glass wall to tell the community that being an officer is just as safe as being any other jobs out there with it, right? So what is your message to tell the community? Are there desk jobs? Are there jobs that you can work other than, driving around a police car and to deal with all the violent crime out there with it, because gun control right now is a huge issue now,
sir.
right? So what message can you tell to parents to alleviate them? It's okay to be a police officer, to give back to the community.
Well, I'll tell you this. Yes, police job is perceived as the most dangerous job in the world, and it is dangerous. To tell you this, I have been a police officer for 36 years. 36 years, and back when I started in 1985, yes, the mentality is that, like you just said, when you want to be an officer, people would say, "Well, that's too dangerous." Well, I'll tell you what, this world is dangerous. You could be driving a car and maybe God forbid, you may have an accident, and it is dangerous. The world is dangerous itself, but the police work is challenging, but in a good way. I love it. I love being a police officer. Again, 36 years, I don't regret that a bit. And the message from me to the community is that, hey, it's a challenging job, but it's fun because you get to serve the community. You get to make people smile. You get to help in the community, and it's been rewarding for me, and so I'm sure that it'll be good for anyone else too to join the police department. They will find it rewarding. The world is dangerous, but the job here, we have different assignments. Like right now, I'm over all of the community engagement within the Dallas Police Department. We have patrol, we have community engagement. So officers, yes, when you come in as a recruit, as a rookie, you have to put a few years on the street as patrol officers. But after a few years, you can apply to be a detective, to be an investigator, or to be an officer in what we call, again, the community engagement, recruiting, having crime watch meetings and all that stuff, all community, and work with kids and the community.
One of the things I want to share is that you've been here for 36 years as a police officer. I think you're approaching retirement anytime soon, right? So, so I think one of the great benefits for working for the state is retirement with it.
Yes.
So the pension is, I'm sure, is really good. 36 years in service is a long time in the community. So it's a wonderful job to work for the state, basically, and the city, and the retirement is probably just as good as well. If somebody was about that qualification, 48 hours, I think I could do everything that you just said, except for the police academy, the 9 months. How rigor is that? Do you have to climb over walls? Do you have to swim? Do you have to pull people out of a car? How physical challenge is the job?
The challenge is there, and it is very rigorous, and we have to work out a lot. We have to do a lot of running, yes, but no wall climbing, no swimming, but we have to do some physical agility, again, running, exercising, doing jumping jacks, doing straddle chin, doing push-ups and all that. And of course, a lot of trainings on sidearms and using baton, using anything that we have equipped. We have to be real good at it, and training is every day. 8 months, close to 9 months, yes, at the academy right now. And yes, you do have to work out a lot, even on your own. The academy itself, it's days with weekends off, although it's about 9 months long, but it's you go to academy Monday through Friday, then you off on weekends, right? And it's 8 to 5.
And you do get paid for during,
yes,
right? You have a salary
yes,
for getting paid during that time as a police officer,
yes,
right?
sir. Yes, sir.
So going to school, getting paid. This is a wonderful job for anybody getting into that's 21 out there. I have lots of college students. I teach at the college full time with it, and I see a lot of students that my philosophy is not everybody needs a degree, not everybody needs a certificate, but you got to do something good with the skill set with it.
Sir.
And I think this is and I refer a lot of students to be a civil servant. That's what this is. And you got to take some sort of exam, I assume, right? Some sort
a lot of exams.
Exams with it. With it, you got to read, write, do some math. Of course, a lot of studying too as well. So it's not just putting on the uniform, but these guys are also very knowledgeable, very skillful in what they do in communication-wise as well with it.
Yes, sir.
So thank you for everything you've done. And if somebody wants to recruit, is there a website that they go to?
Yes. But I do want to add one thing real quick. You mentioned about pension. Yes, pension is great working for the city. It's a good pension. I can go any day now, but I still enjoy my job a lot, so I'm still here after 36 years, so maybe a few more years, then I'll retire. But as far as the website, yes, we have the DallasPolice.net. DallasPolice.net. Anyone interested in the job with the officers in Dallas, they can go there. And there's a site there explaining about all the qualifications, the salary, the pensions, and the holidays, and all that stuff. Everything is there.
Well, I'm scared of guns. I don't know about you, but a gun just makes me nervous. I'm not a really gun person.
Me too, at first. I'm used to it.
Okay, well, I'm still not used to it. But so, anyways, thank you so much about your time, and thank you for your presence out here. I think one of the things that the community feels is that not only your presence is valuable in the community, but you sacrifice.
Yes, sir. Yes,
There's a lot of sacrifice that you guys do, and I hope you continue to sacrifice in your presence out here. And those two really steps up with it, because it's about 2-3 years ago, about 5 years ago, 5 police officers got shot down in
exactly 5
years ago, downtown Dallas. Yeah, 3 days ago. July 7th. I remember that ceremony down there. A sad day for everybody in the community, and we appreciate everything you do.
Well, thank you so much. Thank you. Well, all of those are my friends, but one of them is real close to me. Sergeant Michael Smith. He's a half Asian, half American, and he's very close to me, and I hold him dear to my heart. So I went to the ceremony, the memorial, every single year, and get to see his family and all that. And yeah, it's very sad, but I still love the job. I still enjoy what I do, again, because I get to make people smile. So.
You make me smile. I want a police officer as well. Thank you very much again, Ty, for your time with it. Thank you. Appreciate it.